Y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. It's always side note, it's always so awkward for me to start the video, so we're just gonna if you watched my last video, I posted two videos yesterday, and I was saying in the video how I'm kind of in this place where, or I feel like a lot of us are in this place where we're anticipating the move of God. We're anticipating God to just move very suddenly. We're expecting God, because he's been showing us signs, he's been speaking to us, he's been so present in just showing us that he's about to do something. He's given us visions, he's given us dreams, he's slowly but surely connecting the dots of just what he's planning to do. And in this season, I feel like a lot of us are feeling that angst, that because we're anticipating it so much, we know that God is going to do it, that it's almost making us restless in a sense. It's making us either really restless, or it's making us want to rush, and it's triggering a lot of like our control issues and things of that nature, right? So I'm going to try to keep this short, but one thing that the Lord really wanted, that he whispered into my spirit a couple weeks ago, because if you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know by now that I'm a very out loud person. I'm very energetic. Like, I have a lot of energy. And sometimes I get very excited, and in my excitement of what God is doing, in my excitement of the changes and the shifts and how much I'm growing, I accidentally start rushing as well. And what the Lord had dropped into my spirit, because we cannot rush in this season, and no matter how much we want to rush, the Lord is not going to rush what he's doing. And what he whispered in my spirit was, Yevi, it's okay to be excited. Be excited, but don't rush. Be excited. You can, and me, it hit me, because I was like, you can be excited and not rush? And the Lord's like, yes, you can be excited and not rush. You can be anticipating the move of God and not rush him. You can be, it takes a lot of self-control to be in that place where you know what I mean? Like, you're excited to do it. You're excited to get it done. You're excited about the new thing. But at the same time, it's like the Jordin Sparks song. I was telling my friend this on Saturday on our call when we were talking on the phone. And there's a Jordin Sparks song, and the Lord had also whispered this to me when I woke up one day, because I've been in that like, it's like I want to move, but I know I'm not going to move quicker than the Lord. So it's like, and in that, it creates a lot of tension. We become stressed in that place, and hopefully this word will help ease some of your tensions. But in the Jordin Sparks song, it's called One Step at a Time. If you've heard this song, it's a popular song, so you might have heard it, but it's called One Step at a Time. And she says in the song starts, hurry up and wait. So close, but so far away. This is how we feel. Everything that you've ever dreamed of, close enough for you to taste, but you just can't touch. That was what I had heard when I woke up. I literally just woke up, and then that, it's so close, you can taste, but you just can't touch. And I'm like, yes, Lord, that's exactly how I feel. Like, it's right there. It's right there. The only thing is that I can't touch it yet. We can't touch it yet. We can't grip it yet. But it's there, and we know it's there. We know God is moving. We know that he's about to do something insane. We can feel it in the spirit, right? And if you haven't been feeling it in the spirit, the Lord has been showing you signs, at least, of like, okay, something is happening. You might not be able to put your finger on it, but you can still feel that something is happening, right? Especially if you've been following, this is for the people that have been in the will of God, that have been following the Lord, that have been seeking him continuously day and night, that that are, to the best of our ability, we've completely surrendered our will to the Lord. It is quite literally thy will be done up in here. Okay. It is thy will be done. That the Lord was telling me that he knew how I felt, because he gave me the song. It's like, hurry up and wait. And it's so contradicting, because it's like, how do you want me to hurry up, get in alignment, do the things that I'm calling you to do, but wait at the same time? It's so close that you can taste it, but you just can't touch. It's so close. So in this, the Lord told me, and that'll be a message as well, to be excited. Be excited about what God is doing. Because if we don't allow ourselves to be excited, we'll start to become very agitated and hopelessness will set in. We need to be excited because it's exciting. What God is about to do, what God is doing is going to be so beautiful. Our lives will never be the same. Our lives will never be the same. And this is the second part of the message, right? And this is what I came on here to say. What was the word? There was a phrase that the Lord gave me and it blanked from my head. You won't be here forever. You won't be here forever. And this is the thing, right? So yeah, last night, mind you, I made my video yesterday. I was very impatient. I was transparent with y'all. Like, I have been very, Lord, me and the Lord have been tussling just a little bit, because not that I'm trying to rush him, but I just needed to feel a sense of peace in my spirit of like, okay, God, but what are you doing? Like, why am I waiting? What is the wait about? Right? And so I've really been seeking the Lord on that. And yesterday I had a call with my mentor. And so we have like a weekly call. We just be talking. I tell her what's going on and blah, blah, blah. Right. So I'm telling her and I'm like, girl, like, I feel like I'm about to pop. Like, I feel like I'm the weight, and the weight both. I'm about to pop. Like, I feel like I'm about to explode. And after like talking, and then we talked through some things, and then all of this, at the very end, it's like I came to the realization, right? And me and my friend had talked about this as well on Saturday, because she and I are kind of in that same place where, you know, we're like, okay, God, you know, like, we're excited, like, what you gonna do? And God, mind you, I have been seeking the Lord for weeks about how to rest. Right? I have struggled immensely in this season. And mind you, I quit my job in January. Now it's March, almost April. And I still just like, I feel like it's today, like last night into today is when I finally can understand the rest. Right? And so I hope that this revelation helps you all too. Right? But if the Lord has you in a resting season, like he's called you to rest, he's made it very clear, like, chill out, or he's told you to slow down, like, you know, just do this. He's given you like one, maybe two things to do, just this or this. Nothing else. Like, the Lord has cleared our entire plates. Like, there's not a lot on our plate. He's just given us very specific instructions that are quite honestly not a lot of instructions. And if you're like me, it makes you a little like, come on, God, because we're so used to hustling and bustling and working and getting things done. And I feel like on one end, God is telling us to rest because he wants to pull us out of that hustle bustle, because in him there's rest, right? Rush and hurry is not of God. So he wants to remove that from us. But then on the other hand, he also wants to teach us. No, he also wants us to relax before he brings in the next assignment. He needs us. And this is when I finally, like, I was just like, okay, Lord, because we know that God is about to do some insane stuff. Like, he is about to all up in this place, okay? All up in the earth, all up in our lives, all up in our families, in our finances, in every area. Like, God is about to do it, okay? Like, his big one. And in that, because we can anticipate, we know that God is about to move, he needs us to rest beforehand, because once he does the thing and he brings in the change and things are shifting and moving and all of this movement is happening, we're not gonna have the time that we have now to rest and recover. This is our rest and recovery season, because when the things happen and God starts moving and shifting and this and the third, we're not gonna have the same opportunity that we have now to rest and recover, to really seek the Lord in the depth that we're able to seek the Lord now. If God's called you to quit your job, if he's cleared your entire plate and all you really do now is you and God, if he has you in a season of isolation, if he's pulled you away from places and things, it's because he's preparing us. But it's very hard when we don't understand, like, what is it taking so long? And a lot of the time, it's because God needs us to the word. You're not going to be here forever. Once God flings us out, we can't come back to where we are. You get what I'm saying? Once you're out, you're out. There's no coming back. Like the way that it hit me yesterday, and like, mind you, God has been whispering this, and I'm like, okay, like, there's some things where I just be like, okay, God, but like, that ain't really making me feel better. Like, it's like I kind of dust off what he's telling me, right? Until it finally, like, he's so gracious, he'll tell me again and again and again. So eventually I finally came to the conclusion, and mind you, I have been loving my time with the Lord. Like, it has just been me and Jesus ever since I quit my job, day in and out. All day I'm in the presence of the Lord, and it's been beautiful. I prayed for this, right? But now I'm kind of getting to the point where I want to be out. I want to make friends. I want to experience life again. Like, I'm tired of just being in this little cocoon, and butterflies have also been a thing. So if you've been seeing butterflies, this is also your message. I've been in this little cocoon, and I'm like, Lord, like, I want to come out. Like, I want to come out. And God is like, not yet, not yet. And it's because we're not going to be able to have this much time, this depth, this experience, this season that we're in right now. We're not going to be able to return to this season. Mind you, this is the way that the Lord showed it to me, right? Imagine he pushes me out. I finally am out in the open and all of this good stuff, and I meet a husband and I have kids, and all of this stuff happens. When the Lord starts to restore what it is that he's restoring in our lives, the sacredness of our space with the Lord in this season is not going to be the same once we're out. And I'll tell myself, I'll be like, dang, like, I know that once he pushes me out, I'm really gonna miss being able to just be in his presence all day and not have to deal with people. Like, I'm really gonna miss just lounging around my house and then just reading my Bible or listening to worship, and then not really having but because we're so used to that, it's like we crave that at a certain point where it's like, Lord, but like, I need something but that's all gonna happen. What God is telling you is all gonna happen. But once he puts you out, it's like the butterfly. Once the butterfly comes out of its cocoon, it can't go back into the cocoon. It's done. Like, it's out. It's gonna fly. It can't go back to being a caterpillar anymore. Like, for the rest of its life, it's a butterfly. My God, it's a butterfly. So it doesn't come back into being a caterpillar. So the Lord wants to reassure us that he's gonna do it, that he's doing it. Not that he's gonna do it, he's doing it. But he also needs us to understand that one of the reasons, and there may be multiple reasons, so seek the Lord for yourself, but one of the main reasons is because once he pushes us out, y'all, our lives really won't be the same. And when it's not the same all of the time, and the space that we have with the Lord now, it won't be in the same way. This is probably, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, it's probably the only time ever for the rest of my life where it will literally just be me and God. I know what God has coming for me. And yes, we'll still have time with the Lord. Like, we'll make time. You have to make time for the Lord. But now, while the Lord has given us free space to rest, to seek him, to praise him in advance, bruh, we might not even have time to do that later. We might not have the ability. We won't be stretched thin, but we'll be consumed. There will be things on our plate again, and we won't have that same time with the Lord. So I pray that this encourages you. This is what at least helped me to be able to finally understand and surrender to the resting season, to really be like, okay, God, like, you know what? I'm sorry for rushing you, and I'll take for as long as the rest of the days that I have to sit with you, I'm going to sit with you and enjoy it. So the Lord wants us to enjoy this time, to enjoy the rest, because we're going to be busy. Okay. So I pray that this encouraged you, and I pray that it brought you some peace, at least while you're in that waiting period. And yeah. Okay. I might have more to say later, but for right now, I'm gonna end it. And I will see y'all in my next video. I pray that you have a blessed and beautiful day.